Hi everyone, Nathan Hall here. This year it's a little complicated seeing where everyone is with their civics or social studies requirements. We have some people in American literature. We have other people taking civics class. We have some people taking modern world history. So it's kind of all over the place. To try to make that a little easier, we're just going to take a look at a very broad view of American history, some major events, some things that should make things kind of easy. So first, quick review here. Summarize, we talked about what happened in your own story. We talked about prediction with the Mulberry Project. Paraphrase, that's when you retell something in your own words. Response and reflect are new for us. Those of you who had this class last year might remember them. But response, the teacher just wants to know what you think. Reflect, think about it. Another part, how we find main ideas and connections. That's how things work with what we already know. So first, let's take a look at this. This is the timeline of American history. This is available on the PowerPoint. There will be some questions on it. So quick overview of American history here. First, 1793, Industrial Revolution. I think just about all your classes are before that time. You're in colonial days. Western expansion, that's when we had cowboys, Indians, and such. Civil War, that was when the North fought the South. Reconstruction, 1865-1877. After the Civil War, you can see how close that is there. Then you can see World War I, World War II, not that far apart. Two big things between them, the Jazz Age, everyone was rich, everyone was having fun. Great Depression, everyone was poor, no one had fun. Then after the World War II, the Cold War started. This was the United States versus Russia. Then came the Civil Rights Movement, people trying to make their lives better. Kind of ended, unfortunately, in 1972. A lot of work undone. And right now, we're considered the global space age and information age. So timelines, it can show us how far things are apart. You're going to see a lot of these in your history, civics classes, whatever they are. If you don't, you can take a look at some. But let's take a look at before when that timeline began, before it began. So some of you are reading The Crucible in your American literature class. That's all happening here in Massachusetts, one of the colonies. So at this point we still have, notice Pennsylvania, we're a colony right here, and Puerto Rico's not on this map, neither is Dominican Republic. We have our colonists, people who came over from other countries to live in the United States, mostly England. Native Americans. Slaves are going to be a big deal. They come from Africa, not willingly. And these other things, the Declaration of Independence says we're free from England. Founders start our country. Revolutionary War between England and the United States. Redcoats were the British. And then we have the Constitution. We the people is what it starts with. That's how we run our country. Bill of Rights, that says what rights we have. So the early years, looking back, was Pennsylvania a colony? Yeah, it was. How many? 13. Who lived in the United States before? Native Americans. This one, would you want to live in a colony? Who knows, you may get the chance. But here's my point. So those of you in your history classes, if you're reading The Crucible, that's in the late 1600s, so yeah. That's over here, but you can see that England doesn't own that much. Spain owns a lot. France owns a lot. They're going to lose it. So here, I'm not sure if anyone wants to talk about this in the live class, but these are some questions that will come up. The Constitution is our set rules, and we didn't want a king anymore. So a quick bit about the Constitution. The colonies got together, decided how we have to run things. We have some words in here too. Founding Fathers, people who made it. Democracy, government by the people. These will show up on our vocabulary quiz and the homework. To impose, to force, defeat, beat, debt, money you owe. I like using those in algebra problems. So here, people get to choose. What's good? What's bad? We'll talk about later. So England beat France in the war. That's why France isn't around anymore. We owed a lot of money. And then the taxes. This will just be reflection. That, by the way, young George Washington. Some other words. Privilege. Privilege, not something you're given. Something you are given, but you don't necessarily have. You have to work for that. Resent, dislike, hate. Representative, you're going to see this word a lot. Someone who speaks for a group. Compromise, when you make a deal for both sides to work together. I have privilege here. Do I have the other ones? Okay. Yeah, there's compromise. So compromise. So impose, force someone to do things. Your parents may impose rules on you. Privilege can make your life better, but can be taken away. Driving. Some of you drive. Joshua drives. If you drink a lot while driving, crash a lot, you lose your license. So we'll have these words. We'll go over them in the classes. You can look them up. And we'll also have an activity on cause and effect. Something happened. Because of that, what happened next? We'll go over these in the live classes. Otherwise, any questions, I am available. I'll talk to you later.